Cultivation, WN, Chapter 57, Profound Advancement Pill. This burning lotus pill is almost the exact same as the profound advancement pill, except it has a few ingredients missing, hence its inferior quality and pathetic 90% chance of success. Su Yang thought to himself as he was naming the recipe to Madame Wang. The profound advancement pill was a common pill in his previous life in all 4 great worlds that had the exact same effect as the burning lotus pill, but instead of 90% of success, they were all known to be effective 100% of the time. However, the way Madame Wang treated the burning lotus pill was as if it were some sort of valuable treasure. This made Su Yang wonder what had happened to the profound advancement pill, or if it still existed in this world. He really managed to guess the recipe just by smelling the scent of the pill. Madame Wang mumbled to herself with a dazed voice, seemingly in a state of great shock. Forget about her limited knowledge, even the alchemy masters in her burning lotus palace would not be able to do what Su Yang just did, not to mention that she has never heard of anybody in the history of alchemy that had managed to achieve similar feats. How about it, did I guess correctly? Despite knowing that he was right, Su Yang still asked her with a cheeky smile. Madame Wang was so shocked that she couldn't even open her mouth to speak properly, so she decided to nod her head instead. After taking a long moment to calm herself down, she asked with a serious expression, "How do you do it?" Only a selected few from the Burning Lotus Palace could possibly know the recipe for the Burning Lotus Pill, so the chances of you already knowing prior to coming here is right beside 0. I told you that I had a friend who was decent in the Tao of alchemy, right? After being beside that person for many years, even if you don't like alchemy, you'll still learn a thing or two about it. Su Yang said with a smile that carried a feeling of affection. When Madame Wang saw his expression, her heart began throbbing faster. What could he be thinking about that would cause him to make such an expression? Who was this friend of his? Her interests were piqued, but she didn't open her mouth to ask, as that would be an awkward thing to do when they've only met today, not to mention the unpleasant first impression they had of each other. Now that I've shown you a little of what I can do, let us continue our business. The reason the Burning Lotus Pill has a 90% success rate and not a 100% success rate is simple. It is missing a few key ingredients. Su Yang continued. This is my second offer. I will give you the missing ingredients, but you will not share it with anybody, not even to those within your sect. Additionally, you will become mine. But I don't want your body, only your assistance in a few things along with your undivided loyalty. Su Yang believed that making her the sole holder of the recipe would greatly boost her ego and loyalty towards him if she accepted his offer, hence why he did not want her to spread the recipe. And in all honesty, he couldn't care less about a mere pill that was only useful for those at the elementary spirit realm. Also, judging from the faint smell of medicine and herbs in your scent, I can tell that you are studying the Tao of alchemy. If I am pleased with your assistance, then I might even share with you a thing or two about the Tao of alchemy, which will guarantee you great success as an alchemy master. Madame Wang silently stared at Su Yang with wide eyes as he spoke. She didn't know what to think about the situation, nor how to react. This is her first time listening to someone who didn't even look half her age talk to her in such a way. After a moment of silence, Madame Wang suddenly stood up. Unbelievable, you are a really absurd existence. I have never seen or heard of a person like you until today. Do you really think I will agree with your ridiculous offer just because you were able to sniff out the Burning Lotus Pill's recipe? She said with a loud voice, causing the air in the room to tremble. A pity. Su Yang shook his head and also stood up. If you do not accept my offer, then you can forget about it and just help me sell my monster cores. Wait a moment, who said anything about refusing your offer? Madame Wang then cleared her throat and continued with a blushing face. What kind of assistance do you want from me? Despite her annoyance with Su Yang, she was able to see the profit of shaking hands with him. The Burning Lotus Pill was already considered a top-tier pill in the cultivation world with its 90% success chance, so what kind of reaction would the world receive if Su Yang really had the recipe for a 100% success rate pill? It would surely shock the world to its core. It was now Su Yang's turn to be dumbfounded by her words, as he did not expect her to say such a thing right after sounding offended by his offer. It's simple, really. In return for fame and repsect, I just want you to supply me with resources and create a few pills for me using the recipes I will be giving you later. He said a few seconds later. Madame Wang closed her eyes to think. When she opened her eyes again, uncertainty flashed within. It's a captivating offer, really. However, unfortunately for both of us, I am only an alchemy apprentice, so concocting the Burning Lotus Pill is simply impossible for me, let alone whatever you want me to make. And if you don't mind me asking, why did you choose me to assist you despite our unpleasant encounter? If you really need someone to help you concoct your pills, then there are many other better choices out there. She said to him in a dispirited tone, clearly unhappy about her status as an alchemy apprentice. And you are clearly more educated than me in the Tao of alchemy, so why don't you do it yourself? Hearing her question, Su Yang smiled. Because I have more important things to do, and I am not someone to hold grudges, especially not against a beautiful woman such as yourself. I chose you simply because I can see talent in you. What? I am talented? Madame Wang blushed after being called beautiful by Su Yang, which she found quite baffling, as she was long adapted to people complimenting her appearance. Furthermore, she would normally not act so bashful in front of others, yet why is she doing that exact thing right now, much less in front of such a young man? It was as if there was something about Su Yang that made her react differently. Others may be unaware, even you may be unaware, but I can see talent in you when it comes to the Tao of alchemy. He said to her with a mysterious smile, and deep within his gaze flickered a profound